As we're underway here in Week 13. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Here's Carson. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Carson. Room to run past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 536.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Geis. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easy.
And this time he is in. Yes. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Our last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, zero. Choose the mic. You're trapped. Four down. Watch two. You must be dreaming. Under 10.
Now Wilson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
To throw is Watson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd
from the gun. It's a run for Freeman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the...
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He finds an opening past the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And 2.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
This is Carson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Carson, the ball.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 35-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Down to lose one. Mike 36. Mike 36.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Watch QB drop. Mike 36. Mike 36.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
By the Giants.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Check 54. Check 53.
After the interception, here's Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Touchdown, Giants!
DJ Chark.
Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Seahawks.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Line 36. Line 36. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Carson, a short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, 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 hey.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3rd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson out on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike, 53, 53, Mike. Watch the slants.
From the gun, here's Watson. Sharks got it, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, what's the ball? 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
5-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Giants.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, 55. 26. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get your swarm on. Mike's
The final shot before the break. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's the end.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's get it together, defense.
Here's Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And the Giants' first down.
A toss right to Geis. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Taken down at the 22.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. Open man right side is Shark. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Giants 41, Seahawks 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Unfortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the
time we have to leave the booth.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Jaron Reed on
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This is Geis. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
He was
making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
1st down, Giants.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st down, Giants.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. Wiggles free. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Taken down at the
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down, New York.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
The ball carrier.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Geis. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 48, Seahawks 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 2nd and a yard, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now Geis trying to get to the outside. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Check. Watch 59. Man, I got
Geis, they'll try to run it. And the Giants are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now, Watson. Forced out to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there. But they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got, If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. This time Wilson will throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. One last shot for Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.